From KTSM 9 News, your local weather authority, this is your forecast first.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're seeing chilly temperatures as we wake up. 25 degrees in El Paso. That's dropped quite a bit just from the last hour. And as for Las Cruces, feeling pretty chilly as well, 27 degrees. And we're going to continue to see these below freezing temperatures throughout the rest of this morning. I'll have more details on that coming up. But here's what you can expect by the time we reach your noontime hour. 46 degrees, expecting to reach 54 by 5 p.m. KTSM 9 News Today starts right now.
Coming up, deadly discovery where the body of a young man was found. Plus, vaccine hesitancy. What happens if not enough people are willing to take the newly approved coronavirus vaccine? We hear from an expert. And COVID cases. El Paso health leaders released the latest numbers. We break them down for you.
From the station putting local first, this is KTSM 9 News Today.
Good morning, and thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News Today. I'm Jay Russell. We continue to follow news that broke Sunday night of a crime scene in northeast El Paso after police say they found the body of a man. Investigators say the call went out around 2:30 Sunday afternoon in the desert area behind the trailer park in Sun Valley. That's just a few blocks away from Dyer. According to El Paso police, the body of that young man and officers believe foul play was involved. The Crimes Against Persons unit is handling the investigation.
The residents here is not affected. There's no danger to the public in this neighborhood.
Bring you updates as they come into our newsroom. And El Paso police remain tight-lipped after a weekend shooting left one person dead in East El Paso. The shooting happened around 2:30 Saturday morning on Ashwood near Grand Cima Lane. That's not too far from Eastwood Middle School. Information remains very limited in this case. Police have yet to say whether any arrests have been made or if any are currently looking for any suspects. And investigators have yet to have the identity of the person who was hit and killed on the border highway near downtown El Paso. It happened on Saturday just after 7 p.m. on Loop 375 near Paisano. El Paso police have yet to say whether the victim was a man or a woman. Now the special traffic investigators are handling the investigation. It is 6 o'clock and to the coronavirus now. The latest numbers just coming into our newsroom this morning. The El Paso Health Department is reporting 12 new deaths today. The total number of deaths reaching a grim milestone of 1,200. There are currently 566 deaths under investigation, and the health department is also reporting 405 new cases today. There are still more than 37,000 active cases in El Paso County. More than 54,000 are considered recovered. Now, the number of the people hospitalized are at 613. That's an increase of 6 from Sunday. According to epstrong.org, 247 patients are in the ICU and 166 are on ventilators. And overnight, the first vials of the COVID-19 vaccine were distributed across the nation. However, that does not guarantee everyone will take it. KTSM 9 News reporter Carla Draxler spoke with a public health professor who pointed out why this is problematic.
In 2019, World Health Organization stated that one of the biggest threats to world health is vaccine hesitancy, or simply refusing to get vaccinated. Because of this problem, effects of COVID-19 vaccine might take a little longer to show. New Mexico State University public health professor Dr. Jagdish Kumchandani says we aren't just fighting a pandemic, but an infodemic. Conspiracy theories and misinformation spreading on social media are creating distrust in science, which is why some will not take the vaccine. He points out that if 75% people take the vaccine and rest refuse, it becomes inefficient. To bridge the distrust gap, he says communication is key.
Instead of shaming and blaming people, we need to have more mandates, more bipartisan support, more non-motivated communication with everyone. I have friends who don't believe in the pandemic, the vaccine, the mask, but I've never jumped on them and insulted them. And so I think our communication has to be civil, scientific, accurate, truthful, And we need role models who can communicate info.
He says many are afraid of side effects, which he explains are usually local, like pain in the arm or a slight fever. However, life-threatening diseases from vaccines are extremely rare, and there's hardly any scientific evidence that shows serious side effects. The vaccine is arriving to the U.S. today, but it will take some time for it to start affecting our daily lives. For now, masking up is still the best way to protect yourself and others. Carla Draxler, KTSM 9 News.
It's 6:03, and to other news now. KTSM is your local election headquarters, and former Mayor Oscar LEESER is heading back to City Hall, and a major loss for Mayor DeMargo in the runoff elections. With 100% of the precincts reporting, Oscar LEESER has come out on top with 80% of your vote to DeMargo's 20%. Margo certainly faced challenges during his term as the Sun City faced some major crisis, including the Cielo Vista Walmart mass shooting. LEESER, who was mayor of El Paso from 2013 to 2017, says that he's looking forward to all the local elected officials.
I'm thankful. I'm ready to go to work, and we have a lot of work ahead of us in our community.
Mayor DeMargo says, quote, "We need to keep moving forward, so I will continue to advocate for our community because I love El Paso, and that won't change." LEESER will be sworn into office in January. Now switching over to the city council races, Northeast El Paso Representative Sam Morgan has lost his seat to challenger Joe Molinar, who claimed 54% of the votes. Molinar, a former law enforcement officer and Marine Corps veteran, says one of his top priorities will be public safety. And El Paso City Representative for District 2, which covers Central El Paso, incumbent Alexandra Anello will be keeping her seat, as you can see on the screen the final results. Anello fending off Miriam Judy Gutierrez with 52% of the vote. And in the race for the El Paso Municipal Judge Court 4, Lillian Blancas defeated Enrique Hogan. As we reported, Blancas died of COVID-19 last Monday. City Council will appoint someone for the position. And a look at the unofficial results for other races on the ballot. Visit our website, ktsm.com. And the time is 6:04 right now, and I love saying this, but right now it's colder outside than Michael Jackson's Moonwalk. I even brought one glove. I left it in the newsroom, but I can't go as high as him. Selena, can you give me a he? That's it, right? And I love that.
I tried.
That's all we have. And in the background I see behind you, it's all blue. It is so cold outside, Selena.
It is so cold, Jay. Yes, I don't know how else to put it. We are below freezing. Get a look at this. We're 14 degrees cooler in El Paso than we were at this hour yesterday. So you can see that we're definitely continuing to see that cool down really affect us. Nearly 20 degrees cooler in Van Horn, 10 in Deming, and 12 in Las Cruces. Let's go ahead and take a look at those temperatures. 24 degrees in Las Cruces. So that's changed quite a bit just within the last 5 minutes. We've dropped about 3 degrees. El Paso, 25 degrees. And that was almost a 10-degree drop from what we saw an hour ago. So we're going to continue to see these below average temperatures and below freezing conditions, at least for majority of the morning. The good news is winds are staying fairly calm, so big difference from what we saw yesterday, meaning our wind chill isn't as prominent as it was yesterday because we were definitely feeling that cooler air as that cold front came in over the weekend. But taking a look at your out the door forecast as you get ready for the rest of today, we should stay below freezing as we reach our 8 a.m. hour, warming up to 36 degrees by 9 o'clock, and then expecting to near the 40s by 10 a.m. Yes, near the 40s by 10 a.m. So we're going to remain cool for a majority of the day. That cold front continuing to push down south, and we're going to continue to see these cooler conditions at least for the rest of today into tomorrow. With that being said, Las Cruces, we should expect to reach 52 degrees this afternoon. El Paso, 55 degrees. Now go ahead and have more details on what you can expect for the rest of the week coming up in your full forecast.
Thanks, Selena. It's 6:07 coming up. The UTEP football team still eligible for a bowl game. Sports Director Andy Morgan on how things could shake out in sports. Then road work. Where do we expect construction closures this week? Stay with KTSM 9 News today.